Welcome to Star Bios, the podcast where we delve into the captivating lives of Hollywood's most iconic stars. I'm your host, Casey Gold, and today we're shining the spotlight on the incomparable Joan Crawford, a true legend of the silver screen. With a career spanning over 5 decades, Joan Crawford is a name synonymous with old-school glamour, fierce determination, and unforgettable performances that continue to inspire generations of actors and actresses. Born on March 23, 1904, in San Antonio, Texas, Lucille Fay Lesueur, later known as Joan Crawford, entered the world amidst the vibrant cultural landscape of the early 20th century. Her early life was marked by a unique blend of instability and opportunity, with her family frequently moving between Texas, Oklahoma, and Missouri. This nomadic childhood would later influence her adaptability and resilience in the face of adversity. Joan's parents, Thomas Lesueur and Annabelle Johnson, were an intriguing couple, with Thomas working as a laborer and Annabelle as a florist. The family's financial struggles were compounded by Thomas's frequent absences, which ultimately led to their divorce when Joan was just 11 years old. This pivotal event would have a lasting impact on her life, shaping her determination to succeed and provide for herself. As we explore the early life of Joan Crawford, it becomes clear that her formative years were heavily influenced by her mother, Annabelle. A strong-willed woman with a passion for the arts, Annabelle encouraged Joan's creative pursuits, nurturing her love for dance, music, and theater. The two would often attend traveling vaudeville shows and stage productions at the Kansas City Theater, where Joan was particularly drawn to the works of Shakespeare and the operettas of Gilbert and Sullivan. The family eventually settled in Kansas City, Missouri, where Joan attended Rockingham Elementary School and later Lincoln High School. Her education was marked by a keen interest in the arts, with Joan actively participating in school plays and musicals. Her natural talent and dedication earned her a spot in the prestigious Kansas City Ballet, where she refined her dancing skills under the guidance of esteemed instructor, Margaret McGowan. As Joan entered her teenage years, she became increasingly fascinated with the world of theater and performance. She spent hours watching plays and musicals at the Kansas City Theater, where she was captivated by the likes of Ethel Barrymore and John Drew. Her love for theater was further nurtured by her mother, who took her to see various stage productions, including the traveling vaudeville shows that passed through Kansas City. The influence of her mother, Annabelle, cannot be overstated, a woman who instilled in Joan the confidence to pursue her dreams, no matter the cost. Annabelle's own experiences as a single mother, struggling to make ends meet, had taught her the importance of resilience and determination. She encouraged Joan to take risks, to experiment with different creative outlets, and to never give up on her aspirations. As we explore the early life of Joan Crawford, it becomes clear that her formative years were marked by a unique blend of instability and opportunity. The constant moves, the financial struggles, and the absence of her father all contributed to a sense of uncertainty, but also fueled her determination to succeed. Surrounded by the vibrant cultural landscape of Kansas City, Lucille Fay Lesueur began to lay the foundations for her future success. With her sights set on the bright lights of Broadway and the silver screen, Joan Crawford's journey to stardom was just beginning. As we leave the early life of Joan Crawford behind, we find ourselves poised on the cusp of a remarkable career, one that would take her from the stages of New York to the sound stages of Hollywood. As Lucille Fay Lesueur, later known as Joan Crawford, entered her late teens, she became increasingly determined to pursue a career in dance. She began performing in various stage productions, including vaudeville shows and musicals, where she honed her skills and developed a unique sense of style. Her big break came when she was discovered by Jacob J. Schubert, a prominent theater owner and producer, who offered her a spot in his Broadway production of Innocent Eyes. This marked the beginning of Joan's ascent to stardom, as she quickly gained recognition for her captivating stage presence and undeniable talent. In 1925, Joan's life took a dramatic turn when she was discovered by MGM Studios. The studio's chief, Louis B. Mayer, was impressed by her screen test and offered her a contract, which she eagerly accepted. This marked the beginning of a long and storied career with MGM, during which Joan would become one of the studio's most beloved and enduring stars. Her early days at MGM were marked by a series of small roles in films, such as Lady of the Night and The Circle, but it wasn't long before she began to make a name for herself as a leading lady. One of Joan's earliest notable roles was in the 1928 film, Our Dancing Daughters, which showcased her dancing abilities and cemented her status as a rising star. The film's success can be attributed, in part, to Joan's tireless work ethic and dedication to her craft. She spent hours perfecting her dance routines, often rehearsing late into the night, and her hard work paid off when the film became a surprise hit. As the 1930s dawned, Joan Crawford found herself at the forefront of Hollywood's golden age, Golden Age. She starred in a string of successful films, including Paid and Grand Hotel, which earned her critical acclaim and solidified her position as one of MGM's top stars. Her performances were marked by a unique blend of vulnerability and strength, which captivated audiences and inspired a generation of actresses. Joan's personal life was also making headlines during this period, as she navigated the complexities of Hollywood's social scene. She married Douglas Fairbanks Jr. in 1929, but the marriage was short-lived, ending in divorce just 4 years later. Despite this setback, Joan remained focused on her career, using her experiences to inform her performances and fuel her determination to succeed. As we explore the early years of Joan Crawford's career, it becomes clear that her success was not solely due to her talent, but also her unwavering dedication and perseverance. She faced numerous challenges, including intense competition from other actresses and the constant pressure to perform. But she never wavered in her commitment to her craft. As the 1950s and 1960s dawned, Joan Crawford found herself facing new challenges in her career. The studio system, which had supported her for so long, was beginning to crumble, and the rise of television and independent filmmaking was altering the way movies were made and consumed. Despite these changes, Joan continued to act, taking on roles that showcased her versatility and talent. One of her most iconic performances during this period was in the 1962 film, Whatever Happened to Baby Jane, where she starred alongside Bette Davis. The filming of Whatever Happened to Baby Jane was notorious for the tension between Joan and her co-star, Bette Davis. The two actresses had a long history of rivalry, and their differences often played out on set. Despite these challenges, the film was a huge success, earning several Academy Award nominations and cementing Joan's status as a Hollywood legend. In addition to her work in film, Joan was also becoming increasingly involved in business and philanthropy. She was a pioneering female executive, serving on the board of directors for Pepsi Cola and becoming one of the first women to hold such a position. Her work with charitable organizations, including the American Cancer Society and the March of Dimes, also reflected her commitment to giving back to her community. Joan's personal life during this period was marked by both joy and tragedy. She married Alfred Steele, the president of Pepsi Cola, in 1955, but he passed away just 4 years later. Her adoption of 4 children, including a set of twins, brought her immense happiness, but she also faced challenges as a single mother. As Joan Crawford's career began to wind down, she looked back on a legacy that was unparalleled in Hollywood. She had starred in over 80 films, worked with some of the most iconic directors and actors of her time, and paved the way for future generations of actresses. Her impact on popular culture extends far beyond her own films, influencing everything from fashion to music. In the years leading up to her death in 1977, Joan Crawford remained a beloved figure in Hollywood, attending film premieres and industry events, and continuing to inspire new generations of actors and filmmakers. Her passing marked the end of an era, but her legacy lives on, a testament to her talent, perseverance, and unwavering dedication to her craft. As we conclude our journey through the captivating life of Joan Crawford, it's clear that her impact on Hollywood and beyond is still felt today. From her early days as a dancer to her iconic performances on screen, Joan left an indelible mark on the world of entertainment. Her story serves as a reminder of the power of talent, hard work, and determination, inspiring us all to pursue our passions with unwavering commitment and dedication. Thank you for joining me on this journey through the life of Joan Crawford, a true Hollywood legend. That's all for today's Star Bios. Remember to like, share, and subscribe. And until next time, I'm Casey Gold, reminding you to keep shooting for the stars.